Hello you guys, we are back with another video. It is time to get your life right. And boy, do I have some tips for you all. Today's video is inspired by recent life choices of mine. I will get into the details of that with you guys soon, so just be patient. I made some pretty big life choices. I chose to follow my heart, follow my inner guidance, and do what was best for me. And I'm a lot happier. So I thank you guys so much for watching. We about to get right into what we about to get right into, okay? Today's video is about taking a chance on you. Staying where you are unhappy is something that you cannot do. You have to take chances on you. Take chances on yourself. Sometimes that means leaving a job. Sometimes that means leaving a relationship. Sometimes that means leaving a state where you're no longer happy. Sometimes that means leaving certain family members behind. Sometimes that means leaving the old you behind and creating the new you and investing in the new you. Listen, you guys. Just listen to these tips to learn how to take a chance on you. If you're walking the tightrope and you feel like you're about to fall over a little bit, here are some tips on how to make that a little bit easier for you. The first thing that you have to do is trust your internal guidance system. Don't listen to the voice of others over your gut. That gut feeling that tells you, this is what I should be doing. I feel like it's the right thing to do. But other people are sowing seeds of doubt in you. Listen to your internal guidance system. Pray on it. Listen to God. Listen to whatever spiritual belief that you have. Listen to that higher being and listen to your gut. The next thing that I would advise you to do is trust yourself. But one thing that you need to know is in order to trust yourself, you have to have a good relationship with yourself. That means making positive choices that benefit you. If you're someone who constantly makes choices that will harm or hinder you, you may not be the best person to look to when it comes to making decisions for yourself. Just like anyone else, you cannot trust someone who's constantly betraying you. If you are doing that to yourself, you may not be the person that you need to be listening to, okay? Trust yourself only if you are worthy of trust. The next thing with having been said that, just because you've made negative choices in the past, that doesn't mean it's a good reason to just forever stop trusting yourself. Just like any relationship, trust can be built, especially with yourself. Exercise that muscle of doing what's best for you, what's truly best for you. Just because it feels good in the moment doesn't mean it's something that you should do. A lot of things feel good that you shouldn't do, okay? Don't give up on trusting yourself. If you heard what I said and you feel like, dang, I've made a lot of negative choices, I don't think I should trust myself. Okay, maybe don't trust yourself right now, but start to build a relationship of trust with yourself. You are the only person that you should be able to look to. So you need to build a relationship of trust with yourself if you don't have one. Get up and try again. Don't be emotionally lazy and just rely on others to guide you forever. You have to build a relationship with you, okay? One thing that's important that I've noticed, a lot of times people have the best intentions when they're giving you advice. They want to protect you from pain or guide you in a way that they believe works. But one thing that I have also noticed is people will tell you what worked for them, or they will speak from their own limited belief system. You cannot always trust what other people tell you, especially if you have a seed that's growing inside of you that only you can water. Sometimes people won't be able to understand that. You can take in one ear what people say, pick it apart and take what applies, and let the rest flow out and out the other ear. It's not being disrespectful to take what you need from what someone says and then leave the rest behind. I want to reiterate that. That's super important. Take what you need from what people say and leave the rest behind. You do not have to listen to anyone. You were not put here to be subservient to anyone. You are your own being. You have to listen to your own internal guidance. Listen to what is best for you, of course, when you've built a relationship of trust with your own self. If you feel like you're someone who you trust yourself, stick with that. If you've not made a bunch of effed up decisions that hinder you emotionally, physically, you are able to discern internally what is best for you. The more you do it, the more you'll gain confidence, the more you'll learn to trust that inner guidance. You will learn to stop relying so heavily on the word of others. One thing that's super important when it comes to taking a chance on you is it may not always feel comfortable. Sometimes life will call you to be uncomfortable as to push you into the season of your life that you are meant to be in. That means sometimes you'll have to take a pay cut in order to get to a place that you want to be in your career or what you're supposed to be doing spiritually for this world. Sometimes you'll have to look at a situation that on paper looks great, but internally it does not feed your soul, and you'll have to put it behind and do something that maybe other people will look at and be like, I guess. It doesn't matter what people think. You're not living this life for them. And at the end of the day, when you lie your head to pass on in this world, no one will be there like, but you had this job, but you did this, but you were married to this person, but you did this. Only you're gonna be there. And you're gonna have to be there with the choices that you've made in this lifetime. And you wanna be able to look back on your life and say, wow, I did what was fulfilling to me. I did what made me happy. I did what inspired me. I did what helped others. I wasn't out for personal gain my whole life. I'm leaving something behind that is of worthiness, is of value to my community. I know that sometimes when we are learning to trust ourselves, there's negative self-talk that comes from back there. You know, that kitchen back there be talking sometimes. That kitchen be talking, honey. But one thing you have to understand is you can't trust all of the negative things that you tell yourself about yourself. They're not true. Some of them might be true, you know, some of them may be true, and that's okay. But not everything negative that you tell yourself about yourself is true. Don't listen to the negative things that you tell yourself about your own capability. Truth of the matter is, you have no idea what you're capable of. Until you're put in positions where you can exercise what you're capable of, you will never know. If you are letting fear hold you back from showing you your own capability, you will never know what you're capable of. Keep pushing to show yourself, challenge yourself about your own capability. But don't believe the negative things that you tell yourself about your capability, because you don't know. It's like seeing somebody on the street and being like, they can't cook. Well, how do you know? You've never seen them cook. You wouldn't do that to someone else, so don't do it to yourself. Everyone started somewhere. Sometimes people started off worse off than you, meaning they did it, you can do it too. Just because you tell yourself something does not make it true. These are a few tips on how I am learning to take a chance on me, to take a chance on my desires in life, to take a chance on my inner passions and finding what I'm truly inspired by. One thing I do want you to remember though, it is okay to take calculated risks, but it's not okay to take chances. Plan everything out and take a chance, but don't risk it all, not knowing you have anything to fall back on, okay? Take calculated risks and not chances. Think about that and ponder about it. Write in the comments below what that means to you exactly. I thank you guys so much for watching. I feel the energy of the universe all around me. I thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. Take a chance on you. A calculated chance though, okay? This has been the Women's Guide to Resilience. I thank you all so much for watching. I love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. Make it happen right now. Okay? I love you guys. Peace. the women's guide. It's the women's guide. It's the women's guide. It's the women's guide. It's the